back to Tribe Talk. Today we're going to be discussing something a little bit different. We normally discuss paid traffic, but we talk so much about email marketing here at Ember Tribe that we thought that would be fun for you guys, for us to share. So today we actually have Courtney on the call.
Hi.
And we actually have Deanna, one of our project managers, on the call as well.
Hi there.
So Courtney, when it comes to email, where do we start?
The most important thing is finding out what platform you will use based on what you need and what you need to get from your emails. For example, there's some platforms that come with a lot more technical settings and require a lot more time and just investment into that. And then there's other platforms that are a bit more plug and play. They give you a lot of different just pre-built mail streams and campaigns that you can just fill in the templates. So knowing what you need and knowing how much time you have to spend doing your email marketing is where to start.
And then from there, you're going to want to go ahead and build your list, email capture. So what emails do you already have available to you? Are you capturing them on your website? Do you have a subscribe option? What about people who purchase? You have emails from them typically when they go through the purchase process. And then also you can look at running a campaign, do something for people to opt in where you give them a chance to win a gift or a shopping spree or a certain, you're going to give them X amount of dollars to purchase on the website. That can really help you build out your list. And so now you're ready to kind of move into, okay, well, what do I do with, what campaign should I run? And so Courtney, who does a lot of our email marketing here, why don't you tell us where to start?
So if there was one thing that you were going to do with email, and only one thing, if you're an e-commerce business, set up abandoned cart emails, tie up all of the sales, help people find what they've left, remind people and help them whether they didn't have time to make their purchase or they were on the wrong device, whatever it is, kind of help them tie up their purchases. These should always be personalized with their items in their cart, their name, make it easy for them to make their purchase. And then if you're a service or you're selling something at a much higher price point, you're probably going to want to nurture all of your leads, do a drip campaign, tell them how your product or your service is going to help them. And this is a great time to share testimonials, reviews, user-generated content. So pictures, anything that comes from clients is kind of more like a good community setting where you can see, okay, people have invested in this high-end product or service and they're really happy with it.
So now that I have, my initial email campaign set up, what should I do next? Should I, start with what kind of campaigns? Do I add more? How many? When? To who?
I think if you have your basic campaign set up, I think it's a matter of knowing your customers. Say, for example, you're an e-commerce store, you've set up your abandoned carts, you're going to want to welcome your customers next. Tell them who you are, get to know who they are. And I guess this is a good time to share, again, reviews, user-generated content, any clear product or service benefits that you have, whether you have a sale, low prices, you have a special promotion. Welcome those people, and then make sure that you have all of your transactional emails and automated emails set up, and that includes any purchase receipts, any refunds, anything for reviewing your purchases, all of the easy kind of transactional things that you can set up to build trust in your clients.
That's great. So when it comes to, okay, now that I've made these campaigns, I'm starting to see them send, what should I do next? What can I test? How should I test? Are there tools to help me test?
Test everything. Test every subject line, test images, size of images, where you put the images in the email, test all of your copy, your calls to action, test everything. Make sure that you have Google Analytics, make sure that you have e-commerce set up, and make sure that you're using UTM links to track. And then if you're using an email service provider that has their own built-in analytics, be looking at that and kind of keep track of, okay, on this month we changed this CTA and we have seen conversions increase, or in the subject line, we've seen open rates increase. And there's a couple of tools to use for this. I've used Email on Acid most frequently. There's also Litmus, which now owns Putsmail. And when you're testing things, always make sure that you're just testing everything that you test has one purpose. So only test the subject line for open rates, only test the call to action for click-through rates.
And when it comes to the way that I'm sending out the email, should I consider who's seeing it on mobile versus on a computer? How do I customize there?
Definitely. So we can estimate that 60% of people open their emails on their phones. If you think about it, you wake up in the morning, you check your emails, you could open it on your phone. This comes with certain issues. Most importantly, I think it's the subject line has to be shorter to see it on a mobile device. So it's around 50 to 70 characters depending on the device. So trying to keep subject lines shorter, to the point, and very clearly describe what's in the email will help people on mobile open and see what you have to say.
Awesome. One of the other things that we talked about is earlier, hey, you're building your list. You have people that have given you their information. So why don't you use that information you have to your disposal? There's a lot of things you can do with personalization from, make sure that you say, hi, first name, pull out info like their birthday. Can't you send them, an annual birthday email, or even when they first joined you, send them an annual email saying, hey, thanks for being a subscriber. Should they include, what about when it comes to like discounts and promos? How regularly should they use that? What do you recommend?
However regularly works for you. The most important thing is consistency. So some brands might have, a daily promotion or a daily deal. And then other brands might do something monthly or weekly. The key is consistency, and you can find out through testing what works for you. Your customers might want more frequent deals and they might want less frequent deals. So I think it's good to find out per brand, and there might be different kinds of segments for people. So there could be like very serious shoppers who will come back for every single deal and they want a deal every single Friday in their mailbox. And then there's other people who will come back once a quarter to buy clothing for the next season.
Let's talk more around the triggered emails, since we started talking about that with automation. What other automation emails can people set up, or do you recommend, hey, as you continue to expand your email list, which ones are a priority?
For triggers, I think there's a lot of time-based things. If you see somebody has like segments for people who have added to cart, obviously, and they haven't completed their purchase, so you have that. You can then go into upselling. If people have made a purchase in the past week or month, upsell what they haven't seen, cross-sell different products. Come back and request a review, send it after they've got their purchase receipt, they've received their items in a week, send them a request to review. This is where you can offer a discount or an incentive of some kind for their review.
So I'm running these emails. I've now been testing. Any tips that you would say in terms of the ongoing emails that aren't automated? Like, you have your newsletter list. What do you send them? How regularly should I send them? What should go in that?
If you have new arrivals or you have new pricing or you've got something new, definitely use that list to tell people about it. If you have some very exciting news, you're launching a new product line, again, if there's anything new, tell them. And then it's great once in a while if you don't have a new thing every month to share, that's fine. It's a great time to share what your community is doing, what people are sharing on social media, what people are saying, any new reviews, any new like really amazing press coverage, or huge magazine really loves your product. Share things like that in the meantime.
The project manager side of me is like, make a plan.
Yes.
Having templates will save you time. Knowing what you have in the pipeline coming up, especially as Q4 is coming around, it's going to get really crazy and busy. And then even plan out specific promos for your email subscribers, things that you don't run on social, or give them first access to promos that are coming, or save the date. Hey, here, you have early access, exclusive access, and being a part. So there's incentive to be on the email list. Sweet. So we've done all this. What is next? Like, do I just keep testing? What results how do I know when something's working or not?
Keep testing forever. I think when something is working. This is another thing that's different for every industry will have its own email benchmarks, and you can find these online. So depending by the industry, you're going to want to definitely make sure that your emails are meeting your industry's benchmarks. But also, if you're seeing growth in your own metrics in Google Analytics, keeping an eye on that and watching the conversions and clicks and traffic come through from your emails, if that's steadily growing, keep testing and keep trying new things, keep adding, changing the frequency of your promotional list. So if once a month is working really great, try every other week, try weekly. Think about other ways to grow your email list as well. You might want to, if email is really working for you and you know that people on your email list are converting well, then consider running an ad campaign to generate leads and get more people into your email list. That would be another great thing. Yeah.
And one last question I have for you is, how much email is too much email?
I think, again, it depends. I mean, if you're a discount company, I might want discounts from you every single morning when I wake up. I might want something fun on the weekend for 50% off to do. If you see really low open rates, you're sending too many emails. If you see that people are leaving your email list, too many emails. Just keeping an eye on the engagement rate and specifically the open rate will tell you when you're sending too many emails. And it's easy to come back from that. So as soon as you see that open rate dropping, take a look through your campaigns, take a look at what you're sending and how often, and just start to scale back.
Well, thank you guys. It was super rich, and I know all of our viewers are really going to enjoy that. So I hope you all have enjoyed it today and that you've got some good value that you can implement to your business. And we hope you have a great week.